Hey, my name's Matthew, and today I'm going to go over drive lines when you're inspecting a vehicle. This particular truck is a 1997 Peterbilt 379, and we're going to be looking at the drivetrain. I'm going to tilt this up a little bit, and this right here is the carrier bearing. You try to move the camera a little bit more. And basically, how this works is you got a bushing all the way around with the bearing, and it allows to hold the weight of the drive shaft while it spins. But if this bearing, the bushing starts getting worn, there can be a lot of play up and down when the truck's accelerating and decelerating. Not to mention you have the yokes right here as well. So what you want to do when you're checking it is push up and down, and as you can see, that actually moves. And then you can also feel it as well. So you start at the front, check the front yoke, you move to the second yoke and also the carrier bearing, and then you move to the third yoke, which is all the way back here at the rear end. And then if it's got a second drive line or a second rear end in the back, then you also want to check that as well for the drive shaft going from the first rear end to the second rear end. While you're under here, go ahead and inspect any kind of wires and whatnot, because usually when you're doing a PMI, you're going to be inspecting it anyways. So you want to go ahead and inspect the wiring, electrical, hydraulic lines, any leaks, exhaust leaks, anything like that. Exact point is this one right here. I can show you. All of that is completely rusted out, and we'll need a whole new T piece, which is basically coming straight from the muffler back there, and then it splits off either way. Then that whole entire piece will need to be replaced. But as for the drive shaft, all of this is pretty bad. It's been abused, not taken care of, and sometimes, usually company trucks won't do this, but owner operators, especially if they're cheap, they won't replace things when needed. And so you'll have not just one, but usually the whole thing is bad. Anyway, so that's about it. Always look for the carrier bearing, U-joints, and also look for any, like I said, any kind of leaks from the rear end, front, the rear seals on the transmission where the trunk goes in. And that's about it. Thank you for watching.